Mars has always appeared silent, empty, lifeless. But the more our machines explore it, the more the silence begins to break. Perseverance Rover, roaming across the dusty plains of Jezero Crater, is uncovering clues that Mars may not be the dead world we once believed. The journey begins with the rocks. Not ordinary rocks, but formations shaped in ways that only water can create. Smooth edges, rounded curves, and flattened layers stacked like pages of an ancient book. Perseverance's cameras captured these patterns, revealing that this land was once carved by flowing rivers. As the rover moved across the crater floor, it found stones filled with microscopic holes, tiny pockets that form only when water dissolves minerals inside. On Earth, these formations often appear in places where microbial life once lived. Mars was beginning to whisper its past, one rock at a time. In a region near the crater's delta, Perseverance stopped at a group of unusual boulders. Their structure was strange, twisted, rippled, and marked with faint strands that looked almost biological. Scientists noticed that some of these shapes resembled stromatolites, one of the oldest signs of life on Earth. It wasn't proof, but the resemblance was impossible to ignore. Then came the shock, fragments of ancient sediment packed together like clay hardened by time. Inside these sediments, the rover detected organic molecules, carbon-based materials often linked to biological activity. These weren't living organisms, but they were chemical shadows of something that might have once existed. Further along, Perseverance drove over land filled with cracked surfaces that looked like dried mud. On Earth, this type of mud forms only when water pools and evaporates repeatedly. The repeating pattern suggested Mars once went through wet and dry cycles, perfect conditions for sustaining early microbial life. Even the cliffs told stories. Layers of rock stacked hundreds of feet high showed clear signs of ancient lakes. Some layers were thick, others thin, evidence of seasons, climate changes, and cycles of water movement that lasted thousands of years. And then Perseverance made one of its most puzzling discoveries. Thread-like textures inside certain rocks, as if something once grew there and left behind its imprint. No one knows if these are fossils or geological coincidences, but they fuel a possibility scientists cannot dismiss. Every sample the rover collects brings Mars closer to revealing the truth. Every drilling site uncovers minerals formed in watery environments. Every scan shows a planet that was once Earth-like, rich in water, minerals, and chemical ingredients life needs. With each passing day, Perseverance paints a clearer picture. Mars wasn't always a cold desert. It was a world of lakes, rivers, and maybe microscopic life thriving beneath the surface. And now, piece by piece, rock by rock, the rover is reconstructing a history written billions of years ago. A history waiting to answer one of humanity's biggest questions. Was Mars ever alive? And if it was, where did that life go? As the rover continues its mission, the red planet's secrets grow louder. The rocks speak, the soil remembers, and Mars itself seems to whisper, "I once had a story, and I'm ready for you to hear it."